free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. I apologize. There was a technical difficulties. I feel like it happens all the time, but you guys are used to me. How are we gonna start this off? Um, so before I thought I was going to do a back to back about like Valentine's Day because of the cards that I'm bringing out. I decided that didn't make sense because I didn't want to talk about it by myself. But there were different topics that I wanted to speak about. Like after last week, and I want to big up Andre. It was his birthday. Big up Jerry. It was his birthday. Who else's birthday was this week? Lenny. Other people. Big up the Aquarius people. Even though you know how I feel about you Aquarius people. Big up y'all. Since it's your season and things, right? But someone in Flip and Floss's the group chat that we have, they were like, "Hey, we need you to talk about tariffs and this tax war." And I was like, "Hey, hey." I wanted to bring on someone. I haven't gotten that yet, but I still want to talk about it because big up at whoever's been looking at what you call it, the BRICS conversation that I had like a year ago or so. Big up to everyone that's still looking at that. So hold on, let me just set it off. However, I am going to talk about the list that I was given for this trading war. Ooh, also, so I found out yesterday that it was National Wear Red Day, and I was cheesed because I didn't know until it was too late. So I'm wearing it today. I'm in a business. So I decided to do that was just one thing I wanted to mention to y'all. And so here's the list. So to have a quick breakdown, so everyone know, I don't know, I don't care if I call him name Trump. Trump wants Canada to be the 51 state, right? That's some of the drama that's happening right now. And then he's also like, oh, I'm gonna put 25% tariffs on any import export, sorry, stuff that's going on, right? Also, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So 25% on stuff that brings to from the states, right? And I'm like, what? And so everyone's like, no, bun this. Then Justin Trudeau came and said, nah, we're gonna do a 25% on them. So it was a war thing, right? And I was like, golly. So then I was like, this is a war thing. This is serious. This is some serious things. So then I thought, then we're like, yo, Canadians from BC to all the way to Newfoundland, they're like, yo, we aren't effing with any American stuff, right? And I was like, oh, it's a real war thing. So then I started getting these lovely I started getting memes and TikToks and all that stuff. And then I was sent the official list. Listen, listen. You can't buy these things, right? So I'm gonna I want to show you guys the list that I got, and I want to know if you guys agree with it too. And this is before we start the regular program, but and I'm really sad because some of the stuff that I like is on it. Um, and I just don't know if I would partake with everything. I'm going to partake with most, okay? I'm going to partake with most. I promise. That's one thing I'll promise. But I don't know if I can partake in everything, right? So let me show you guys the list. So for anyone that hasn't seen it, let's check it out because I have the photo. Here's the photo. Oh, there it is. Photo's in front of me, but I want it over here. Oh, there it is. Ah, boom. Wait, wait. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, now I can share. Okay, so can you see it? Oh, shame. Okay, so move that thing from there. Oh no, boo. That's fine. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see it. So let's start with the basic stuff. Dairy products. So if you love craft, and I know a lot of us love craft, right? But I'm okay with changing it to Black Diamond or Armstrong and the other one. I don't know. Cream cheese, Philadelphia. Um, Man, hopefully you guys can see it. The way it looks on my screen, it looks a little grainy, but these are just the things that you can change. I don't even know what Lano Lakes is. I've never had that type of butter, so whatever. This is where it gets a little tricky. So obviously we know Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi lover, right? But I don't have Pepsi like all the time. It's only if I'm like having a alcohol drink, you know? But I can deal with having Canada Dry because big up ginger ale Canada Dry. Any other ginger ale people talk about is a lie. Me not care what anyone says, okay? Boom, it's a lie. The Drews Tropicana. This one might be a little tricky, but I can deal with Oasis. Sunripe, I guess. Gatorade, Powerade. Eh, eh, eh. So then I'm like, Bio Seal, Steel, sorry, Bio Steel. I don't, okay, whatever. Um, this is where it gets tricky again. So then we have uh bottle coffee drinks. Actually, bottle coffee drinks doesn't bother me. So there's Starbucks. Instead of getting Starbucks, Tim Hortons. However, Tim Hortons was bought out from to Brazil and things. So really and truly, it would be Second Cup. And I don't know about y'all, but I like Second Cup's hot chocolate. Their hot chocolate is the best. I don't care what anyone says, right? So they're the best for that. Um, what else? What else? What else? So then we go to chips. Okay, guys, honestly, Lay's and Doritos, that's gonna be a hard one. That's gonna be a hard one, but fine. We go for Old Dutch. I don't. Then I won't have chips at all because I actually don't even eat any of those other people, right? Kellogg's. I don't really have cereal, so meh. So Nature Pass, Quaker. I'll do Quakers. Some are Canadian made. That can go on. That's fine. Ah, the cookies. Eh. Soups. Eh. Ketchup. This is where it gets difficult for some people. They're like, I can't get rid of my Heinz. I was like, it's not that big of a difference, like French or President's Choice. So deli meats, like the meat and processed stuff, that's not really gonna, it shouldn't affect me. But I would definitely have the Maple Lodge Farms and Maple Leaf. That seems easy. Mayo, I could change that. Mustard, meh. Salad dressing. Oh, so Hidden Valley, no, but Kraft Canadian made is okay. But I make my own salad dressing now, so fire upon that. Hot sauce, Tabasco, and then peri peri. I'd rather the peri peri, to be honest. What other ones? It's flour, baking products, ooh, Pillsbury. Okay, I can do the Robin Hood. Five Roses, that's fine. Betty Crocker. I don't know. President's Choice, no name. Nah, nah. Okay, Hershey's. Oh, Hershey's is gonna be hard. Oh, Laura Secord. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. Domino's. Red Path is fine. I could do that. I could dig that. Um, mm, So this is where seeing all these TikToks or IG reels where people are like, "Oh, make sure you look at product of U.S., Canada, Mexico." So can I ask a question? So we're not beefing with Mexico or any other country, right? So I can do those other ones. I'm just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend, right? Oh, Eggos. I guess President's Choice, fine. The coffee, I will second cup. I could do those. It has to be the flavor. Folgers, I ain't gonna hold you. Folgers, that silk, that dark roast silk. Ooh, wee, dang. So I'm gonna be kind of sad about this, right? Um, Coffee creamers. Well, ooh, okay. So I need non-dairy coffee creamers. I even think frigging like non-dairy creamers that have sunflower is been mashing me up as of late. I know, TMI, but I digress. Um Things like that, right? And then okay, this is the one where it gets difficult. So when I saw this list earlier last week, I was like, man, I hope Colgate's not on it because I really don't like Crest, right? Crest, whatever. I really don't like that. But then I saw it again on this and I was like, shit. But I think I'm okay with Tom's. I think I'm okay with that. Um Dove, fine, I could get that Live Clean, but that thing's expensive, so um, ooh, I'm gonna have to take a look at my shampoos because the shampoos is definitely I what's it get? Maybe it's do I get the Maybelline one? I think that's one that I get, right? So these are the things that I have to be mindful about. And this is what most Canadians are gonna be mindful. Oh, and razors. Oh no, that one's fine. I can do that one. So these are the things that we're gonna be mindful about because it's our thing. It's our thing. And I realized that it's really serious out there, man. But like apparently Trump and Justin Trudeau had a meeting and they're pushing back the tariffs. So we have, I think, a little bit more time to figure out things, which I'm happy about, right? But however, I'm gonna give you guys a commercial. It's gonna be a commercial break because Camille got a commercial. Woo! So stay tuned.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers Finance IQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to Finance IQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. Finance IQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit Finance IQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. Finance IQ. Simple steps, big results.
Bum, 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 bum. So I do love these commercial breaks because it helps for promoting promoting while it's playing and stuff. However, I thought to myself, because last week let me tell you guys, I busted ass to finish a lot of deadlines, right? But I realized I still have other deadlines that I have to occur, right? And one of the deadlines is any of the clients that I'm dealing with that have employees or have to deal with payroll. The due date, the due date is February 28th. I was at 29th, thinking that we have an extra month. But there are some due dates that are coming up, y'all, and not that I'm stressed, but there's a couple of due dates that you want to think about when it comes to your taxes, right? For the people that have businesses, if your due date for T slips, T4 submitting is on February. Submission is February 28th. 2005. So that's really important to know. And also for the folks that they're like, oh my gosh, Camille, I didn't really do any tax strategy, tax planning. What is the last thing that I can do before I send all my documents to you? Well, well. The RSP contribution is due on, let's say, February 28th as well. Just to be on the safe side, because is the 28th going to be a weekend? Hold on. I'm recording. So the 28th is a Friday. 28th is a Friday. So let's see. So I would say have it ready before the 28th, right? Because this helps the folks this is for the high earning folks. Let me rephrase that. This is for the folks that have an idea what their tax is going to be, and they're trying to lower their tax not refund, but the taxes that they're going to owe. This is a great way to fix that up. So I definitely need you guys to do that. Please and thank you. Make sure you go to your financial institutions that take care of this. You still have a little bit time, like what? We're still in the first week of February. So if you just look at your tax slips that you received December 31st, and you have an idea how much income tax you're paying, how much CPP, EI that was taken out, or any other deductions, then you have an idea how much you're going to be able to put in your RSPs, or 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 you know what you can do? This is the best bet. Oh, where is it? Your best bet is to book an appointment with me. Book an appointment, and then we're able to sit down and take a look at that. Okay? So be able to take a look at this and be able to strategize. Not only strategize we can't strategize for 2024 because that's no longer here, but you only have a small pocket of the RSP contribution, or you're able to structure 2025 to be the best year that you have, and then it goes full throttle, right? So boom, bam, bam. So that's one thing. However, I want to show you guys what I've been working on. So for the folks that always have deal with me, I have a system, right? To organize your stuff. So the first things first is I'm going to be sending an email out soon. I want to say, so after Family Day, and I don't know when Family Day is, it's probably next week. after Family Day, so like the 17th, 18th is when the tax season actually starts, right? So before then, so next week coming up, I'm gonna be sending out an email saying, "Yo, set up your documents and everything. I have my questionnaire and I have a checklist." And if you guys are wondering, well, why do we have to always do this questionnaire? Well, it's for you to be able to know what I need and what's missing. So I'm gonna show you guys last year's questionnaire, right? I'll show you last year's questionnaire just so I can give you guys an idea. And it's just an easy flowing thing. This way, when if I realize you're missing something and you realize you're missing something, right? But obviously, because I've been doing this many times, I know what's missing, right? But here's last year's. I was about to say why. Here's last year's questionnaire, and this is just an idea of what's going to be happening, right? So you're gonna first get an email, right? First, we're gonna do an email, and second, you're gonna see the questionnaire. Then you'll be like, oh shucks, and this is basically me um providing the questionnaire to you, so you'll be able to know what I need when we book an appointment, and then you book an appointment once you have everything all fine and dandy, and then if I know that you're self-employed, I provide you the business expense template. We talked about that in the side hustle and self-employed taxes episode, but this one is for everyone. This caters to everyone. No one gets a pass when it comes to this one. Why is it doing this? I don't need that. Hmm. I don't know why it's showing it like this. Come off, header. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, it's doing something. I don't know why it's doing this, but whatever. I don't know how to take off the header factor. Ah, there it is. Clues. Boom. Okay. So let's share entire screen. Okay. So and like again, the reason why I have this is one, so you're able to know what I need. The only thing I don't have on it is your SIN number, because one, I don't want to keep that on someone's paper, and then two, because normally it's on the tax slip, and three, if depending on whether you want to do it in person or virtually, you'll provide me your SIN number and I'll just have that information. Or if you're a returning client, I have that information and I just go based on that, right? So we have this questionnaire. Remember, this is last year's. This is asking, these questions are strictly on the profile system, tax system that I use, and it just helps me get a better understanding. So if I know you sold a house, then I know what I'm gonna ask you when you provide it. If I know, and there's also the question like, as a Canadian citizen, do you want the Elections Canada to know your information, or do you want to participate as organ and tissue donation, things like that, right? If you have foreign property, that's a question. And also, if you have foreign property over 100,000, then that's another form. And if you have that form, so if I have to complete the T1135 with you, you need to see me ASAP. Like, don't wait till end of April to look for me. It's preferred to do it preferably you'd like to book an appointment in March. But again, I'm going to disclose all this in the email, right? And then I'll be able to, so now we get to know whether you have a T4, a T4E, a T4A, a T5, a T3, T5013. If you have a business, then I have to provide the business expense template. Again, if you have a rental property, and I have a fire template for that. Whew, I have a fire one for you guys. For that, capital gains and losses. That's important to know as well. That's gonna be so for banks, so financial institutions, they have until the end of March, right? So I'm not thinking that the people with the T5, T3, or capital gains and losses are going to provide that information to me all at once. But even if you are able to distinguish that you sold some stocks, then I will know that I'm going to have to wait for this, right? Because the last thing I need to do, and has happened, is you get the information last minute. Yo, they will provide it like they have till March, the end of March, but they really don't send it through, right? I actually had a client that didn't didn't go in their CRA account, but I think they got it electrical. So for the companies that have certain things, you guys really have to remember to send these information to the CRA because it's going to affect your employees that you have, right? Or it's going to affect the contractors that you have, and that goes with the T4A. So they want to know. I want to know if you have earned income on your website or web page, um, and these things are important. Alimony, other incomes, and so on and so forth. And then your deductions. So your RSPs. Remember, you have till. Hold on. For the folks out there. You have till February 28th. Oh, I forgot to do a poll. I'll do a poll soon. I just have to wait for more people to come true, or the people that are in the watching the replay. I will have a question either on Spotify or I'll have it here. I haven't decided what the question is just yet. But then you have your deductions, right? Childcare, first home savings account contributions or withdrawals, uh, annual dues, all these things. See, I've listed as much as I could think of, and this is for like the basic to intermediate person. That these are the things that you'll have. So, like, if you tell me you're a student, I'll know that I'm expecting a T2202 for your tuition fees, and then ask to see, oh, do you have OSAP? What's the interest? Or if you used to be a student, things like that, right? It's really based on the conversation that we have that I'll be able to know what I need from you. And I hope you're being honest. Honesty is the best policy, right? Um, also, what's another thing? So yes, so boom. So we have this. So this happens. So I have that. And then you're able to book an appointment with me again. And it tells me whether you want to drop off your information to me or you want to do it online or in person. So it's either a drop off or we do it online, or we do it in person, and it's up to you. I am going to have long hours because I have other projects at the same time. So, ooh, coffee is going to be on a replay during that month. Golly Bob. Right? So then we have that. So how do we organize our stuff? Okay. You know I love to do articles. So let's figure out a check in this. Champagne taste? What is this? Bonjour Mignon Cam. They made a music video called Champagne Taste on beer budget. Who made one? How are you entering the the mix with this, ma'am? Oh man. So hold on. Let me find the article. I'm just gonna do it on here. Um Sorry, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. And how are you doing, Mini on Cam? Nice for you to join us. Welcome, welcome. All of a sudden, hunger has kicked in. Hunger has kicked in. Okay, I was working on my content discovery is searching for a phrase champagne tea. That's like the same concept like what? Having a caviar, wanting caviar or filet mignon, but can only afford a burger, which is no dish to anyone that only that wants caviar or filet mignon but can only afford a burger. It's okay. It's okay, right? Um Here's a checklist. We need to change it to oxtail. Nah, I don't have oxtail money. And I don't have oxtail anyways. But if for the folks that don't have oxtail, they're more of a pescatarian, a lobster would be more preferably, right? Boom, bam, bam. So I feel like this is the same checklist that I've had. So you got me. I have used a different checklist that I've seen. I would want to say that I am recycling the information because it's going to be the same thing every year, right? Well, look at this. Watcha. So big up TurboTax because I used to use TurboTax and then I switched to Profile. But this one looks good. I don't know what's happening on this. Golly. Takeaways. Oh, I hope this is Canadian. This better be a Canadian one. Checklist. Some people don't like the checklist, but it's like in order for me to know everything, yeah. In order for me to know everything, I need a checklist or the questionnaire. It's just to make it and we're back. Wowzers! That has never happened. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So Minion Cam, you taught me this, right? You taught me this. So for us to have a better system, for us to have a better system, we need to support with Buy Me a Coffee. Ooh, I think I have it here still. Man, it is tripping, guys. Okay, nothing else is on this computer. So everything is going from over here, y'all. Golly, Bob. Okay, so hold on. It's both. It's absolutely both. Wow, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed.com. Let me get my rant off now. So, good old. This has been one heck of a week for me, but I'm not going to let this, whatever's happening, um, bring me That's the last thing I need to happen. But I really want to promote this information because it is almost tax season, and I don't want you to do hide and seek when it comes to that, right? So, boom. Wow, look upon it. Look upon it. Wowzers, y'all. So my apologies from now because it looks kind of wild. But yeah, I think this is the perfect time to say to help the community or help the podcast to be better quality and stuff. Buy me a coffee. Boom bam bam. Buy me a coffee. It works. And I think I have a worksheet that's coming along to help with that. But yeah, this is mad annoying that this is happening. So I apologize from the jump. But I digress. So I show you the first things first is I send an email, I send out the questionnaire, you book an appointment when you want to do your taxes. I use Profile. It's very easy to me, and I show you guys like the whole thing, right? I'm like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is how much you're gonna be getting back, or this is how much you're owing, and then I send a summary. So now I'm gonna try. So then throughout the year, I have a new system. I learned it from somewhere else. I have a new system. I think it's gonna work. Um, and this is very important for people that have CRA accounts because I want you guys to be mindful about the CRA account, and I want to make sure that you know what's going on throughout the year, right? All right, so here it is. I'm excited about this part. I gotta do both actually. I have two. I have two. So one's for people that don't have a business, or as soon as I put it. Pray for me, y'all. Come on, there. Okay, so boom. I'm gonna show it here. So boom. So this is okay. So if you have a balance owing on CRA, it will be here. So whether it's you or your partner, boom, I'll have both of you guys together. We talk about your RSPs, whether you have what contributions you have. If you have home buyers plan or education plan, life learning plan as well. That's going to be the balance there. For the folks that have their FHSA first home savings account, it will mention how much you have to contribute. And mm, sorry. So this is for I got a missed call. That's why I got distracted. And then there's installments. If you have to owe back more than $3,000, I would prefer you guys do the installments. So you pay it back in March, June, September, December. This way you won't feel so overwhelmed with the cost and stuff. And then for the folks that have kids, their RSP, so the contribution, at least if you have 2,500, right? You'd be able to get that 20% back. and things. Oops, let me take off this. Sorry, it's probably blocking this. And then tax-free savings, that is in your CRA account as well. So that's an idea as well. I'm really striving, like this is like throughout the year. So this is like part of your tax planning. And this also for the folks for the ones that have more things in their portfolio and stuff, not portfolio, but more things to consider. I had to fix something there. So it's same CRA, RSP. This is the same. It's basically the same, but you're carry forward. So if you have any capital gains or capital losses, this is a strategy that we can think of. Donations carry forward, the Canada training limit. So this is your capital gain. So you'll be able to strategize how much you should accumulate. Let me see. My disability tax credit expires December 25th. So is this year the last year to claim it? I will get back to you on that question. Send me a message. Email me the message because you know we get lost in our WhatsApp conversation. Email me that question and I'll be able to get back to you on that one, right? And then there's also capital loss to be able to be mindful about that. And then there's personal loans. This is like real high level type of things. Um, I mentioned, was it last week? I mentioned last week that if you have a spouse that is has a lower income, you can lend them money, but it would have to be based on the prescribed rate that is mentioned. And then this is for the self-employed and rental income. This way, I'll be able to see how much you're gonna be collecting, how much HST you collect throughout the year. So you have to be on top of your ish when it comes to that. These are just things that I want to implement into the business so we're able to have a free flowing. And then I'm like throughout the year, I know if you lost a job, if you if you lost a job, you got a job, you bought a house, you got married, you had children, things like that. Because these, like telling your tax specialist, financial planner, these aspects, I'm able to give you proper guidance and proper information to be able to handle the tax season. Or just like Minion Cam asked that question with the disability tax credit. Um, with my research. I'm going to do my research because I know me and Minnie on Cam is going to be doing things together to really help the people that are have disability tax credits as well, especially just so I'm able to teach people more. These are the things that I need to know, so I'm able to provide that proper information, right? Still looking for the because my thing got cut out over there. Me have to go over here to look for something. So give me 2 seconds. Okay. And you know what? Wait. I'm glad. I'm glad you said that. I will add that. This is still just a draft. So it hasn't been brought into anyone yet. I just wanted to give you guys exclusiveness. So thank you for making me acknowledge that, and I think I could put it in the basic one and the intermediate one. Thank you for letting me know that. Oh, it doesn't? That's interesting. I will change that. I will change that. Thank you, Minion Cam. See, big up Minion Cam because she is making folks really be mindful about every Canadian. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, and I'll definitely consider that. The last thing I want is anyone to feel excluded from the mix. I really want to make sure I capture everything But now you're mad. Now you have me thinking. Mi corazón. No. Bum. You scared me because I was like, no, there's no way I wouldn't put that. No, I do have one. I do have it in like the checklist, but you may be correct with me not having it as a question in the top part. So I will definitely change that. Thank you for yeah, let me put that. Let me highlight that right now because I actually haven't finished my 2024 questionnaire. That was one of the things I was going to finish this week. So I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna put let's put it so disability. So thank you for letting me be noticed about that. If you scrolled it fast, there was a note there. Making photos. Yes, and I really want to, because I've acknowledged how tiring it is for you and how we're just not really mindful about that stuff. So definitely, and for the folks that have family members, um there is a part where it says the DTC, right? Where you're able to get a tax credit on that. So for family members that don't realize that, you can get a little piece of the pie. However, you have to make sure, um, boom, you mentioned it, especially if you want to do record keeping for people. So caregivers, um, family members, whoever's a caregiver, definitely want to do that. And then I've seen it, and then you can actually backtrack, retroact. If you haven't received it, I've actually personally seen it happen. So CRA come through sometimes. Y'all know how I feel about CRA, right? CRA takes forever sometimes. And I'm not going to have a hissy fit about them today, but the way they piss me off sometimes, the way they piss me off sometimes. But hold on, I do have um they come through when they want to, but some of the solutions or some of the problems that I've had, I've been able to fix them. Let's see. Personal finance just misses it. That's true. That's true. I know I have to plan out what to reapply for my disability tax rate near November 25th to get in the system for 2026. Okay. Yeah, I gotta definitely look at that. In July, the disability benefit should come out for people who have the DTC and they're panicking. Ooh, also, and I've mentioned this before. Has most people gotten their check, that $200? And that's if you didn't bankrupt, didn't go to jail, filed your taxes by December 31st, 2024. You didn't get it? Ay, go. Well, I know the post has been getting a lot of mayhem. But did you file you filed your taxes before December 31st, right? Hmm. 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 Interesting. Properly. Give me a second. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ah, here. Found it, y'all. Found it. Golly, thank you for your patience. Mm. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So that's interesting. Like I know Most people got it like in the last 2 weeks, but I know maybe the post. Oh, there's something to. I think I did I send it to you. Well on, well on, well on, well on, well on, well on. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but if I didn't, let me send it in the in here. Okay. So here's the rebate. This is a different one? Ah, there. So I'm putting it in the chat. So if you haven't received this, make sure you go on this website. You have to click the link to be able to see. Oh! Mini on cam. Don't stress me, eh? People who read it talk about it bouncing, so I know people are getting it. Okay. I checked this website, or checked the website and it's sent out. I just need to get it. Oh, okay. So for anyone that wants to know, just click on this link so you'll be able to see it. Whoa, you scared me. I was like, what? Um okay, now let me go to this thing there. Oh, where am I? Oh, I have to put it in a different tab because we're not gonna find it. Because I can't have anything up on this computer, guys. First world problems. Okay, there is. All right. So here's an article. You know me, I really like to have articles up. So here are some tips and tricks for success. Boom, bam, bam. Okay. Big up Nesto. So again, it starts February after Family Day. It starts, and but your RSP has to be filed. Contributions have to be in before the end of this month for the companies that have. Good evening, hello, sir. No, posted to check the status. I knew about it from time. Okay. So companies have to send in their T4 submissions by the end of the month as well. So people can start doing their taxes. So I wouldn't even recommend anyone doing their taxes um by February because you're gonna miss out on stuff, and then to amend your tax return might be a headache. So that's just one thing that I want to mention. So boom. So April 30th is the due date. Is when everything is to file your taxes. If you don't do it by then and you owe, you're gonna get some nice interest on your arse. So let's be mindful about that. But if you're self-employed, you have until June 15th. Big up to the self-employed folks, or try not to be late like I was. Because I'm late, the reason why I'm late is because I take care of everyone else first before I do my ish. And I should really fix that up, right? But I digress. So this year they changed the personal income tax brackets. So be mindful about that. To call, let me see. I see it says the issue has been mailed. To Service Canada. I would definitely call them by the end of the month. Okay, so here's the if you guys remember, I have my tax Bible. This one's showing like what the new information is, like how to consider your margin tax brackets. So everyone with the big money, and remember, it's the first 57,000 approximately is there's No, sorry. The personal, golly. This is what happens when I haven't eaten. So the personal, I forgot the word. The personal income tax. So we have up to a certain amount where you don't have to pay tax, right? So any kids that make money and stuff, they don't, or I don't want to say kids. Kids or people that make a certain amount usually don't have to pay back tax, right? Or pay tax into it. And you'll see this when you get a was it the TD1 when you applying for a job, you'll be able to see this that you don't get taxed for a certain amount. So these are like there's increments when it comes to the taxes, right? So there's 15%, 20.5, 26%, 29, 33. However, that doesn't mean all your money is going to be taxed at that much. It goes in increments, right? Um so that rule about the capital gains, 50% to 66.67%, they've actually pushed it back, deferred it until January 1st, 2026. So for the folks that were worried last year, you still have some wiggle room, okay? You still have some wiggle room. So boom bam bam. So here's the top 5 tips. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it in the banner instead. So the top 5. Okay, so the top 5 tips to get the most of the tax season. Are you ready? And this is one thing that I always mention is make notes of deductions. So I don't know if you guys seen my reel on Instagram with receipts. So it is important to keep some receipts, especially if you're self-employed, keep your receipts are very important. If you're just a basic person, not like a 9 to 5, um, there's certain things you want to consider to keep. So RSPs, make sure of the child care cost, your home office expense. I even seen an article like they've updated the T2200. So most people have gone back into the office, but there are still certain people that are there are still folks that work from home, so they've gotten rid of one of the rules like, oh, the percentage of what, whether you work from home or not, there I feel like but I'm gonna put the article in the show notes, is you'll get those deductions. Okay, so be mindful. Just make sure you get that T2200 from your employer. That's the most important thing. So make notes of your deductions. And make sure like donations, medical expenses, those are certain deductions that you can claim as well, right? Claiming credits. So the expenses that you Ooh, I learned that for seniors, they still have the public transit credit. Unfortunately, it's not for us folks, us younger folks and things. But some credits that you could think about, like I just mentioned, kind of put in deductions. Medical expenses, so ambulance, dental, fertility cost. Shout out to the ladies that are trying to create a family. Donations. So the first one is 15%. For the first $200, it's 15%. 15%, right? And then any amount after that is 29% the credit. So be mindful about that. What else? There's the Canada training credit as well. They started giving us every like 250 every I think from 2020 or 2019 they started that off, right? Ooh, also, for the people that have OSAP, and me feel for you guys with OSAP, but you can actually claim the interest that you pay on your student loans. So go to that website to be able to claim those credits, right? Um, hmm, this is for everyone. This is for everyone. Gather your information in one spot. Um, there are many folks that I have that I've told them. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys one thing. Good thing I have something on under. Eek. Okay, so you could have either a box like this with your T slips, or you have a folder. Ideally, I like a Google Drive folder as well. Um, I really love the people that utilize this, the organizer. I really love people that use these. I really love folks that even though they give me the receipts, they have it brings me to tears when I see this. Like the Excel, the business template that I have. And I'm gonna start giving this to everyone, and this is gonna be a protocol that I have that if you don't have this business template, um, I'm not starting your stuff until you've asked me for this. But obviously, this is gonna be in the email that I have. I want to show it to you guys again. I've shown it to you guys many times. But I know you guys love to see things again and again and again. Hold on, gotta get my water. So I'm doing a challenge as well. I realize I haven't drank enough water. Yes, it's full. There's a reason why it's full. I did have water earlier today, but I started this very late, so obviously this is gonna take me a long time. But I digress. Okay, so here it is again. Make sure nothing's here, no information. This one actually works. Okay. So if you're self-employed, this is the thing that I give you guys each and every time. So you're able to tell me the square feet of your home and the rental, especially if you work from home. Um, golly, and it can change. These criteria can change. It's all up to you. I even provide the business expense CRA expense, so you're able to know. Oops, hold on. Must be used for business. That's different. That's different. No, but the public transit tax credit. So remember when we used to have what is it? Before the Presto Presto card, they had the monthly pass for TTC. Yeah, they had the monthly pass, and you were able to do that. They got rid of that in like 2017, but then they actually said, "Oops, well, by the way, seniors can still get that tax credit, right?" I got a lot of rollover credit. I got a flash drive and a cloud back. Yes, 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 yes. And that's what I'm saying. Can claim certain. Yeah, you can't say. Yeah, because that's a business expense. That's different. That's different. I was when I talked about that public transit, that was for people that don't have a business. That's only seniors, right? Yes, if you have a business and you have to travel to a meeting and stuff, that's different. That's here. That shows it here. So, and then option one is for the folks that have HST. So factoring that in as well. And yeah, this is just whenever I see someone give me this, I am crying because I'm of happiness, right? So please be that person. Be that person. So boom, gather your information. So whether it's one of these, a shoebox that's organized, a folder that's organized, or putting it into a folder that I can access and all that stuff. And they won't do the phone call. Yeah, right? Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, sure. Because I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm actually over it, right? So this is for folks that have non-registered accounts. This is only for folks that have non-registered accounts because you can't do it if it's tax-free savings or RSP. Is keeping an eye on capital losses, and that's like when I showed you guys earlier the tax strategy form. It is able to implicate that, right? And then this is something people don't actually, and I hope and pray. This is actually the one of the most important things. Make sure you have record of everything for 6 years. I've seen CRA audit people or ask for confirmation for things. So making sure that you have things for 6 years is ideal. I would say even 7. Shoot. So what? We're in 2025. They can still ask you. They can still ask you for certain things. And even if you like, especially if you haven't filed your taxes in a while, this is going to be something as well, right? So be mindful about that. I think there's one more article. Is there one more article? Probably. Ah, yes. One more. I'll skim through this one. Promise. Skim through fast. Um. Cause I gotta eat, y'all. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm starting to get hungry. So, okay, 8 tips to get ahead of the season. Review your previous. So, this is something ideal that I would want to do as well. Um, that's why it's always good to get the notice of assessment as well, just so I can get an understanding of if you're a new client and I haven't dealt with you. Having the notice of assessment from last year gives you an idea of what's happening, right? Knowing your tax credits versus your tax deductions, whether it's non-refundable or refundable, that's ideal. Changing your address, status, independence. Please let me know if you've moved. Please let me know if you are single, divorced, separated, common law, married, all that of a sort. That would be lovely to know because um and I've really tried to strive for folks that are together with others to be mindful about that because I've talked to CRA people, you will get dinged. Okay? I don't know why people it boggles my mind why people want to keep it separate, but whatever. But I always look at the thing as I always give people scenario. Scenario number one, this is what happens if you guys keep it separate. This is what happens if you keep it together. And who gets the benefits or who doesn't get the benefits. Um, you guys are a unit. You guys are a team. But if you don't let me know and you fool me, cool. Kudos on you. But that my name's on that ish, right? Summarizing, prepare summaries and organizing your receipts. I talked about that already. Oh, whatever. Yes, 1 year. My neighbor typed my unit. Golly. Luckily, I figured out and I gave them their. Oh, true. Yeah, see? Because you do the wrong address, especially if you don't get it on your CRA account. Yeah, that'll be very eek. The principal residence exemption, what is it and how does it apply if you have your own residence? But if you sell your personal residence, you are exempt. Like you don't have to worry. If you have investment properties, that's when you have to consider capital. Ooh, they file by paper. Yeah, I know one person that still files by paper. Kudos to them. They actually get the booklet. and file it paper file. Golly, file your taxes on time. Um, file them on time so you'll be able to get the benefits. I know a lot of people that didn't file their taxes on time and missed out on the $200 incentive or GST, HST, Trillium, the CCB? No, not no CCB as well. If you have kids, and then the Canada carbon rebate. You miss out on all those, right? When you don't file it on time. Claiming medical expenses. Yo, sometimes the medical expenses is a little weary. Um, if you're doing a like Botox or BBL type of thing, that was the only thing I could think of. You may, I'm not gonna say exactly, you may not be eligible to claim those as a medical expense. And like we said before, at least 6 years to keep your stuff in check, right? But yeah, that's it on my end. I didn't get to do a poll today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I'll do it next week. Next week we have a guest, so I know I should have done the love thing again. But for the folks that are gonna be celebrating Valentine's or Galentine's or Guyatines, whatever, like, celebrate the people you love. Whether it's a family, friend, lover, multiple lovers. I'm not discriminating any relationships or whatever. Um, you know, just give them a text like thinking of you. And if there's any secret admirers, if you want to send a Uber Eats thing. I love shrimp, wings, and what else? A smoothie. No banana. If you actually give me a banana, then I think you hate me. And I think you don't love me. So yeah, if there's any secret admirers, by all means, yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and stay blessed. Stay blessed. Ooh, sorry, Minnie. I think I have there's Oh yes, it's gonna be Vinny's birthday as well next week. Big up, and it's gonna be my brother's birthday the next day, the next time we come back. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, like I said, you Aquarius or something else, but I guess we're compatible some way somehow. Or shucks, where is it? Ross Claude. If you don't want to buy me a food or something, you could just buy me a coffee. Boom. I'm easy. I'm not that easy. I'm not that easy. But yeah, if you're secret admirer, boom bam bam. But until next time, folks, I'm gonna eat. Much love. Stay warm, stay blessed. And any of your people, your strong people are going through something, check on them. Even give them something. Check it. Help your caregiver friends. They're struggling. All right. Till next time, folks. Bless up.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.